Marco, broken ribs and all, battling through and woo-wee!
When you think of rodeo, what do you picture? The cowboy, decked out in boots and hat, hanging on for dear life as the clock ticks down 8 seconds? Sure, but behind every wild ride, there's a story most fans never hear. The story of the bulls. The bulls that can be worth more than a luxury car, a house, or even some professional athletes. We're talking about $1 million bulls. Yeah, bulls that have a price tag in the 7 figures. And no, this isn't a joke or a rodeo myth, it's the truth. These bulls aren't just animals, they're athletes, celebrities, and the backbone of a booming multi-million-dollar business. Welcome to the untold side of rodeo, the business of the bucking bulls. Let's start with the legend that almost everyone knows, Bushwhacker. Bushwhacker is arguably one of the most famous bull in rodeo history. He was the definition of unstoppable. He competed in the Professional Bull Riders (PBR) circuit from 2006 to 2013 and bucked off 63 of 66 riders. That's a 95% buck-off rate. Only 3 riders ever made the full 8 seconds on him. For fans, Bushwhacker was a living nightmare. For the stock contractors who owned him, he was a gold mine. At the peak of his career, and after retirement, Bushwhacker was valued at over $1 million. This wasn't just some prize money, this was business. The cash flow came from breeding rights, merchandise, appearances, and the prestige of owning one of the sport's greatest animals. But how does a bull get that kind of value? It's all about bloodlines. Just like horse racing or dog breeding, the genetics matter. Top bucking bulls come from legendary sires and dams, carefully bred to produce the most explosive, athletic animals possible. Take a bull like Asteroid, a modern legend who won the PBR World Champion Bull title multiple times. His offspring are in huge demand. Ranchers will pay thousands of dollars for a single straw of his semen, hoping to breed the next champion. Yeah, a single straw. That's how valuable these animals are. For the stock contractors who own these bulls, breeding is the business model. Once a bull proves itself in the arena, it retires to stud, where it can breed hundreds of cows a year. At $2,000 to $5,000 a straw or more, that's a 6-figure income each breeding season from just one bull. The bull might buck for only a few years in competition, but it can keep generating revenue for a decade or more. If you're fascinated by the business behind the bulls, the multi-million-dollar breeding operations, the stock contractors who quietly dominate rodeo's financial game, and the way these animals become legends in their own right, hit that subscribe button right now. We're diving deep into the stories and facts you won't find anywhere else. Okay, now back to the untold business. The real power in professional bull riding is with the stock contractors. These men and women aren't just ranchers, they're businessmen managing multi-million-dollar herds of elite bulls. Names like Chad Berger, Jeff Robinson, and D&H Cattle Company are legendary in the industry. Their bulls are prized assets that can bring in huge payouts every time they step into the arena. Stock contractors don't just provide bulls for competition, they market them, manage their health to top veterinarians, and handle their breeding schedules with precision. Some of the most expensive bulls travel the country in climate-controlled trailers, get physical therapy, and have customized nutrition plans. These animals are elite athletes in every sense. And here's a fact that might surprise you. The bulls themselves can earn money based on performance. Many rodeo events, especially in the PBR, pay contractors a fee per bull ride and bonus money if their bull scores high or bucks off a top rider. A bull like Smooth Operator could earn tens of thousands in prize money for his contractor just by competing. Combine that with breeding fees, and the value multiplies. The bulls become stars, almost like racehorses with fans, stats, and reputations. And the business doesn't stop there. The rise of bucking bull syndicates is shaking up the market. These syndicates are groups of investors who pool money to buy shares in a bull. Instead of one contractor owning a bull outright, multiple people share ownership and split the profits from breeding and competition. This means the entry cost to get into the bull owning game has lowered somewhat, making it more like investing in a sports franchise. Syndicates carefully select bulls with the best genetics and performance records to maximize returns. The rodeo bull business is growing fast. The PBR has expanded globally, drawing millions of fans, boosting sponsorship deals, and increasing prize money. Netflix specials, documentaries, and social media have turned bull riders and bulls into household names. Take the 2023 PBR Bull of the Year, riding solo. This bull isn't just an animal, he's a brand. His fans cheer his name, follow his performances online, and eagerly anticipate the calves he sires. Ranchers compete to breed their cows with the bulls like riding solo because the offspring command big prices and often inherit their father's talent. In short, bulls are now sports celebrities and business assets combined. But what happens when these bulls retire? You might expect them to be sent off quietly to pasture, but that's not the case. Retired champions like Bushwhacker and Little Yellow Jacket often go on farewell tours across the country, paraded in front of sold-out crowds who want to pay respects to a legend. These are celebrated for their careers and their impact on the sport. After retirement, their value often increases because their genetics become a finite resource. Only so many calves will ever be born from these legends. Some bulls even become museum exhibits or get inducted into rodeo halls of fame. So what does this mean for the future of rodeo? The genetics, breeding, and business side of bull riding is evolving rapidly. Technology like AI is even being used to analyze bloodlines and predict the performance of calves. Virtual breeding simulations help contractors make smarter decisions about which bulls and cows to mate, maximizing their chances of producing the next champion. The sport is becoming more scientific and more lucrative, creating new opportunities for investors, breeders, and fans. Alright, so let's recap. The bulls are the real stars of rodeo, sometimes more valuable than the riders themselves. Bloodlines and genetics drive the multi-million-dollar breeding industry behind the scenes. Stock contractors manage elite herds worth millions, turning bulls into athletic celebrities. Investors to buy shares in bulls, turning it into a modern sports investment. Bulls like Bushwhacker and Riding Solo have become global brands with fan bases and legacies. Retirement doesn't mean the end. These bulls go out as legends, and their genetics continue shaping rodeo's future. So next time you watch a bull ride, remember you're witnessing only a small part of a massive, million-dollar business. The bull is more than an animal. It's a brand, an athlete, a cash flow machine, and a living legend.
Stop the landing! But look at this!
Million-dollar bulls. If you love this peek behind the scenes, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on our next video. We're just scratching the surface of rodeo's wild stories and biggest secrets. Hit subscribe and join the ride.